had a job as a security officer and as a mountie. So, how was life as a security officer and then later on a mountie?
You know, the security officer role. So I was providing security for stores in a shopping mall, and
Mhm.
we always typically worked in pairs. And I guess the one thing that sort of stands out, certainly from that aspect, was number one, it kind of gave me the grounding that I needed for being able to consider whether or not I really truly did want to go into the police force.
Mhm.
Um, so that part was there. But what it also did was it demonstrated, helped me better understand, and demonstrated for me the significance or importance of relationships,
Mhm.
especially those that are individuals that are supposed to have your back, so to
Mhm.
speak. If you're dealing with somebody who is not welcome in the shopping plaza because of behavior or whatever, and you're having to escort them out,
Right.
that to do that sometimes by yourself was a bit challenging. And this way here, you always knew you had somebody who had your back, and that was important.
Mhm.
And then when I, kind of fast forward to my RCMP, I had applied on becoming a police officer with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, but I
Mhm.
had also applied on one of the local city police forces here in Saskatchewan. And it was
Mhm.
ironic that they both came to offer me an opportunity at the same time. And so then I had to make a decision as to which direction I wanted to go. And I fortunately chose the Royal Canadian Mounted Police was the path that I was going to take. And where that came from was that when I still lived on the farm, that the members, the RCM, the police officers on patrol used to stop at our farm every so often. Sometimes they drop in at dinner time, and my dad would always say to mom, put another potato in the pot. We got company, and
Mhm.
the two police officers, because they always seem to ride in pairs. Um, they they take their coat off and come in and sit down and have a bite to eat with us, and then a couple times they would when they'd come during the daytime, they'd stop in and I'd be working out in the yard and stuff. And the one time I remember one of the police officers said, "Have you ever fired a handgun before, Doug?" And I went, "Nope, never done." He said, "Let's go find a spot. I got some extra ammunition that we need to fire off." So, and I took him to a spot where I used to go with my rifle and sight stuff in and do things like that. And so we fired off, I don't know how many rounds, but I was hooked. It was all it took was gave me that opportunity, and I got thinking, these guys are really okay, and I think I can be one of them. And so I did. I applied and was accepted, and took my training here in Regina.
Mhm. Although I am not a Canadian, I still thank you for your service and actually protecting people. Any person who is that selfless, I have to tip my cap and say thank you.
Well, thank you.